Before human history began, the Watchers descended. Ancient, luminous beings carrying knowledge far beyond Earth, they observed a young and violent planet. Later texts would call them sons of God, but their mission was precise: to create a being capable of working, obeying, and adapting. Thus, Project ADAPA was born. The Garden of Eden was their first testing environment. Not a paradise, but a closed system designed to control every variable. Stable climate, endless food, no predators, no scarcity, and above all, no choice. ADAPA was introduced as the first successful hybrid. His body was perfected, but his mind was restricted. The Watchers understood that full awareness would introduce a dangerous variable: disobedience. Knowledge, therefore, was sealed away. The forbidden tree was not divine punishment. It was a switch, a point of access to moral awareness, self-consciousness, and the ability to question one's creators. One Watcher, later remembered as the Serpent, recognized the flaw in the design. A being without knowledge could never evolve. Breaking protocol, he gave ADAPA what was forbidden: awakening. The transformation was immediate. ADAPA did not die. He thought. He felt. He feared, and he understood. Eden reacted like any laboratory when an experiment escapes control. The system shut down. Access was revoked. The expulsion was not a moral curse, but a permanent disconnection. Outside the garden, true humanity began. Labor, suffering, but also freedom. Project ADAPA had failed. Or perhaps, it had succeeded in a way the Watchers never intended. In the next chapter, we will uncover what happened when some Watchers refused to leave Earth, and how their defiance reshaped the destiny of humankind forever. When the Watchers refused to leave. After the fall of Eden, the Watchers were commanded to withdraw. The experiment had reached its boundary. Humanity was now conscious, unpredictable, and no longer confined to a controlled environment. According to the ancient scriptures, the order was clear: the Watchers were to observe, not intervene. But not all obeyed. Some Watchers looked upon humanity and saw more than a flawed design. They saw potential, emotion, creativity. From a scientific perspective, ADAPA's awakening had triggered accelerated neurological development. From a religious perspective, humankind had received the breath of discernment. Those Watchers made a forbidden choice. They descended fully into the material world, teaching humans metallurgy, astronomy, agriculture, and the laws of the heavens. Civilization advanced rapidly, but imbalance followed. Knowledge became power. Power became pride. The boundary between guidance and domination disappeared. Scripture would later call them the fallen. Their unions with human women produced beings never meant to exist. The Nephilim, giants not only in stature, but in influence. Their hybrid genetics amplified strength, intelligence, and aggression. Cities rose under their rule, and violence spread with them. Scientifically, the experiment fractured. Hybrid DNA destabilized the human ecosystem. Biblically, corruption filled the earth. Humanity stood elevated by knowledge, yet consumed by excess. The Watchers had not saved the experiment. They had accelerated its collapse. And above the growing chaos, judgment was already forming. In the next chapter, we will reveal the rise of the Nephilim, and why the earth itself would soon be cleansed to preserve the human line.